I'll give it to you, my man.
Okay, so recently, or I think it was Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, it was the last couple of days. Forgive me, it's been a long day. Kai Kanat, he was live streaming.
Kai Cenat?
Kai Sinat, sorry, I always butcher.
Casanat.
I always butcher his last name. Forgive me, y'all. Anyway, she's doing his live stream with Tyla. I'm sure some of you may have heard her music before. Had a smash single this past summer called Water.
Make me swim.
Oh, that's her?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Actually, thank you for I didn't know who that was until you
Thank
said
you.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
You a hater.
he tried to. That was crazy. He tried to smoothly ask her on a date, and she kind of chuckled, and he was like, "So what's up?" And then she was like, "Well, I mean, why would we do that? Like, we're friends." So, with Bob being the relationship guru here on the show, I want to ask, can you give some words of advice or just your opinion, and you can reflect back on some past experiences you've had? How do you deal with rejection?
Well, rejection is tough, Sometimes you got to take the LeBron James approach because, he's been rejected out of the playoffs multiple times and the finals. But, there you go. I thought I was getting a response out of you out of that.
I mean, rejected out of the playoffs
4 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
He came close.
Out of 21 years, I mean,
He been to the.
Those were pretty good odds.
That's a big reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll leave basketball in mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would just say one. I think he might have been trolling. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't think so at all. He didn't has Tiana Trump out. He didn't has like multiple women.
I think that's his gimmick when he's on these streams. Where like when he had Nikki on, like he was like one.
Rob, you see her?
Huh?
You know what she looks like?
Nicki Minaj.
No, well, her too, but Tyler.
Yeah, I've seen Tyla.
You think he was trolling for real?
No, but like you miss 100% of the shots
you
you
don't
don't
take.
take.
Or when Nicki Minaj looks at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, that says some other different shit. Though.
She definitely says that. I'll just say this. I think it has to be a rite of passage for men to be rejected because some men in our culture don't know how to deal with rejection. So I think it's sometimes really good to have these things documented where it's like, it's okay to be rejected. It's okay to, sit with those uncomfortable feelings. Now, do I honestly think, I still think he was trolling, but like if he wasn't, I think there's an opportunity for him to like, all right, a whole bunch of people have seen me like ask women out.
Thousands.
I have to do a different
Millions.
approach
Millions.
because I don't think they're taking him seriously. And then and then on that where it's kind of like when you step to a chick, it's intentionality, and intentionality is, like this is serious to me, but
So what's the playbook, Bob? Like, how do you say you step to check?
We really doing this. This
Yeah.
is
And they kind of like just say no. How do you respond to that?
if someone says no,
Yeah.
oh no, I think it's if someone says no, and I'll kind of use some experiences with me where it's kind of like oh, I have a boyfriend, I have a husband. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate your time, and you have a good night. And I think it's like keeping it real, keeping it real. On the
Now, how do you respond if they're like, but we're just friends, Robert?
Hey, look here, I ain't Ron Stoppable. I don't deal with that shit. We're not friends. I was playing. You just don't know. It's like it's okay to like get those like answers and then figure it out. Where it's kind of like you don't know when you're walking across the club to that girl if she's booed up with somebody or open for a relationship. Like it takes a lot of courage to walk across the room, and I think you can't see that as an L because like how many people just wait and they're like kicking with their boys, being like like
wall posting all night, like
exactly,
like oh damn, she's fine, bro.
That shit's lame.
I seen like a funny like reel online where like if we make eye contact 3 times, just come up and talk to me.
Damn.
Like easy as that. Like I mean, we're making eye contact and not once, but like a few times we're just like okay, we kind of like do a little shimmy or like kind of a vibe. You could feel it. I feel like you could definitely feel if you have an energy going on, and like especially if you make that incentive to like, oh, well, I could see that we're connecting at least in somewhat of an aspect. I could come up and just say, what's up?
Not to cut your knowledge as a DJ, how do you navigate a room? Because like you're outside, but you can't necessarily
He's asking for the game.
Usually, I try my best to help people out. Like,
Yeah.
I feel the energy of the room, and I play the energy to the room. Usually, I play a little bit more on the femme side, so it makes it a lot more easier for femmes to feel comfortable. And that's what I always try to do is make people feel comfortable. I want people not to feel like they're pressured for anything else like that. I want it to feel natural. If you can make it feel natural for like a connection to happen, especially if you set that energy as a DJ for the connection to happen, then that's the goal of everybody else. It's like people come out to the club basically or to the bars to try to find somebody, or not even that, or just to let the night out. And so you have that energy where you play that energy where like, oh, I could walk up to somebody and it's not just like some weird like, oh yeah, oh let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
that's a book.
Yeah,
oh, let's go.
You know, like some hard ass hip hop right in the moment when you're trying to make a move. It's not the energy. You have to feel it. The people like. You know when people are making moves on each other, you want to make sure it's a good vibe. So
you took a Jason Kidd approach to that question. What I meant though was if you scratching or spinning, and you see something that catches your eye across the room.
Oh, like my approach.
Jason Kidd.
Are you just gonna let?
Trained.
No,
are you gonna let like a whole album play? Like, all right, after this,
no, they usually come up to me.
Oh.
And usually people come up to me, but then like they start a conversation and like usually start to trend. Like, hey, how's it going? What's your name? Let me follow you. Okay. And then we can talk a little bit more outside of it. Because when I'm DJing, I'm locked in. Like I usually have maybe about 30 seconds. Rob knows that. When he comes to set this up, I usually have like 30 seconds at a time before I'm working on my next transition. I'm like, what's up? Let's go. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. And I'm back at it. Because like my mind's focused on my job. I'm hired to do a thing. I'm hired to create an energy. I'm not going to fuck up the energy because I'm trying to holler at somebody because I'm not going to be asked back the next week.
Facts. You know, there's a stigma around DJs though, right?
Yeah. There is like, we're players. Well, that's the funny thing about it is like dating profiles to itself. They see I'm a DJ and it's like immediately X. I'm just like, well, you've not met the type of DJ I am because like I care about my job. I'm honest with it. I care about my job.
It's like DJs and barbers. Those are the two like huge red flags.
Barbers.
Now I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all because like we're talking like how to take rejection, right? Or like I feel like people get this wrong. Where like you can take rejection, like oh cool, I appreciate have a good night, but don't be a sucker about it. Now I'm gonna tell y'all a story because I'm gonna keep it a band because it still crawls up my skin. So I'm at the local what was it called before it's called Jackie's?
A Century.
I was at the local Century one time and I was with the boys. Now there was this fine chocolatey black woman and I went up there and not a simple alert, but literally I was like, let me buy her a drink. And my intention was like, let me get a conversation and that's it. And if it goes beyond that, whatever.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
Exactly. So I buy her a drink, we have a conversation, and like, my goal is like, all right, let me get your number, let's talk. So, I got that cold mouthpiece. So, I did, got the number. So we're talking for a little bit, and a couple days go by, and, I push that button. I go 4. I'm like, let's go on a date. I got you, And then I get no response. I got ghosted. I kept it playing. I was upset a little bit because I thought we was vibing, but sometimes you lose and that's okay. Now this is where things get spicy. I was at the local Century and I was in the front of the line. So what happens on Saturday nights when it comes to Century or Jackie's? It's a thick ass line, right?
Yeah.
So me and my boys, we at the front, and then I see some delicious milky chocolate walking on down.
A milky chocolate?
Yeah.
It was milk or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate, thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Nothing wrong with that.
So anyway, home girl I was talking to, it's been like a week and some change, right? And her friend are walking down. She smooths over. She slides in. She's like, hey, Rob, how you doing? I was like, hey. Wait, the story gets good. She's like, oh, it's been so great. Have you been doing? I've been doing great. And can me and my friend, can we get right here with you? And I was like, the line is at the other end over there, right? And I was like, I'll text you about it. And she was like,
Ooh,
And you know what she did?
there's
With
the
her
passive aggressiveness of Portland right here.
clicking
real
it,
quick.
clacking it, clicking it, clacking it, and she went to the back.
Oh shit.
Sometimes you can't burn every bridge. Because I'll give it a band. We could have went on a date and nothing would have happened, and she would have said her piece and things like that. Because first date, I do still believe that men, we should do that. It's an uncomfortable truth. We have to do it, whatever. But we could have been friends, and I would have. Girl,
You
come
would've
over
let us.
here.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you a question though before we wrap up. If when you asked her if you could take her on a date, if she said, "You know what, Rob, I appreciate you. You seem like a nice guy, just not interested." If she then came up to you in line and asked if she could jump in the line with you, what would your response have been?
Ooh, you said say it.
If she responded and didn't go shoot and just said, "You know what, I think you're a nice guy. I'm just not interested."
Oh, we've been cool. We've been
If
cool.
she could have jumped in the line with you,
cool.
okay.
We could be cool. But the fact that you thought I was wheeling the lump, text me back, and then you can get to the front of the line. And what happened?
Feels like a little bit like some Drake type stuff right here. Going
Oh,
on.
here we go. Here we go.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a petty MF, so like,
Respect yourself.
I like this. I like
Yeah, I
this.
like this.
Respect
You
yourself.
let the dog come out.
I did text you that little. I did text you that little bit where Drake's DJing at Dave and Buster's.
Oh,
Chilling over
yeah.
there. It's like, I was like, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I was just like, could you imagine your ass just going over there like you denied Drake or something else like that? You go there, it's like, Dave and Buster's like, is that fucking Drake just DJing at fucking Dave and Buster's?
Hey,